All right, let's dive into it, huh? We're kicking off the morning with a viewer submission here. So we've got some Soraka, Braum. So Soraka, new champion. Dude Light, good morning to you. Thank you for the 22 months and for the very generous tier 3 at that. Welcome back. Hope you're staying safe out there. So new champion based around healing. 1-6 for 3. When she attacks, she supports, which means she heals herself and the thing next to her by 4. She levels up when she's healed damaged allies 4. When you've healed damaged allies 4 plus times. Notably, she does not have to see your allies healing, which means that she is leveling even when she's in your deck. Her leveled mode says when she supports, she fully heals herself and the ally, and the first time you heal something each round, you get to draw an extra card. So something that's notable is that, yeah, the regenerating says heal this fully at the end of each round. So Braum regeneration counts as healings towards Soraka. So Braum's our second champion here, has the challenger mechanic, which means he can force enemies to block it. The first time he survives damage, he creates us a mighty Poro here, a 3/3 with overwhelm, and then he levels up when he survived 10 plus total damage. His leveled mode's a little bit bigger. It makes a mighty Poro every time he survives damage. Ibnis, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Now, the rest of this deck is loosely based around the card Ember Maiden. So we have a 3/2 for 3 here that says round start, deal 1 damage to everything. So Ember Maiden has very good synergy alongside the new target landmark Star Spring, which says heal all your damaged allies by 1 at the end of each turn. So Ember Maiden hits everything at the start, and Star Spring heals everything at the end. This combination works very well with both of our 1-drops. We have Unscarred Reaver here, which is it gains 3 attack permanently every time it survives damage. And Soul Shepherd here gains 2 attack permanently anytime any ally is healed. So we have 2 very aggressive things at the bottom end of our curve when they're surviving damage. We also have Scarthane Stefan as a 3-drop here that gets bigger as well. And then we've got a bunch of things like Take Heart and Astral Protection to stack up extra toughness on our things. We've got a couple of Bastion here. And then one thing I've been doing a lot of in, we're going to see this in the next deck we're playing too, in Targon Freljord decks, I like playing a couple of Divergent Paths that allow you to draw a landmark or destroy a landmark. And actually, last night when I was putting this together, I forgot that we had landmarks already, so I was going to say we're playing a Howling Abyss, but I think I actually don't. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just have a 3rd Bastion, because this can already draw a Star Spring, so that sounds good. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it goes. Rage Quit coming in hot for the 12th month. Welcome back. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. I did, Beansy. I'm not big into social deduction games, but I was glad to see her have a massive audience. She had the 3rd largest individual person from home Twitch stream ever, behind Ninja teaming up with Drake and Dr. Lupo's return stream. So it was good to see the Twitch, the average Twitch demographic is the largest non-voting, non-politically engaged demographic in the United States. So I think it's great to see people on the platform encouraging people to get out and vote. Braum Piltover, eh? That's interesting. I think I've gotten into this hand. Conviction, thanks for the 3rd of a year. I really appreciate the Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Ooh, yeah, could be a Poro deck because Piltover has the new elusive Poros, right? For comparison's sake, Robert, when I looked, Pokimane had 60,000 people watching. You could go look at Sully Gnome to get exact direct metrics, but it looks like the other people streaming had like about 200K combined or so.
Swani service.
That's a sweet draw. I'm just taking 3 here. I think my plan is to go Ember Maiden, and then next turn we'll go Divergent Paths plus play the landmark.
Fire knows its own. Breathe it in.
That's a great draw. Yeah, I agree, MKS. There's a lot of people that have no idea how the government actually works. There are also like a number of people who like, it's like, well, they're a representative, but they're allowed to like have their own hobby time, their own free time. Like they're not someone who's just like an indentured servant to the government.
Aw, you're all so cute.
You're all so cute.
We look after our own.
Kind of like people bashing presidents for playing golf. So there's degrees of things that are important to acknowledge here. Like the president, the volume of golf that the president plays is relevant, as well as how much it costs taxpayers for the president to golf. So like the president golfing is different to a degree than Ocasio-Cortez having a gaming PC and an internet connection in wherever she lives.
How can Braum help?
I feel better when you feel better. Breathe it in. Let's go, Osu.
You met my shield?
Yes, of course they are, Helen. Correct, MKS. Trump plays a significant amount of golf at his own courses, making a profit off of the U.S. government. That is exactly correct.
We look after our own.
Well, the first game started off well. Oh, part of it is definitely related to the fact that she is both a woman and non-white. That is definitely part of the case, Limpton. There's definitely both racism and sexism in those criticisms. Cortharian, thank you for the 27 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. $141 million on golf in 4 years. Yup. Yup. Alright, so pretty sure we're like never mulliganing Ember Maiden after that show we had a second ago. Is he actually charging himself to play? He charges he pays the resort to put himself up and the Secret Service up. Like the 141 million is how much taxpayer money has been spent on him golfing in 4 years. He's averaging over $35 million a year in taxpayer money to golf. I'm just keeping all of these. We'll just bank small into the first few turns. wonder if I'm supposed to pass there to burn their mana. They're burning their mana anyways. Alright, good deal. Good beats. I think I want to deploy another Scarthane before I put Ember Maidens down here.
We'll take what we need to survive.
I'm always up for a round or two. Eyes open.
So I think I just Avalanche here, huh? It makes these 5 power things.
Be a fine story.
Morning, Oxby. We have a deal 2 here. Double flock. Feels bad.
My cat.
Slam in. Thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate it.
Pledge to Sejuani's service.
That is very correct, Limpton. We're not really in a position to play her on flock. It's gonna happen.
If I kill you, I don't fortunes.
It's a good one.
Take heart.
Yeah, I'm supposed to wait a turn on him so that way I could Bastion him. Man, they burned a lot of mana so far in this set.
Destruction feeds my fire. Like a fish in water.
Conquest for Empire.
One thing that I think a lot of people do that's a huge disservice is like people who are salty babies about Bernie Sanders not getting the nomination act like there was some type of giant conspiracy against him, and there really wasn't. Like, people just don't understand that he just didn't have the votes. And, like, would I have preferred that he had the votes? Yeah, definitely I personally would have. But this idea that, like, there was some type of giant conspiracy against Bernie Sanders is nonsense. And, like, sharing messages like that that he was somehow put out by some kind of conspiracy is, like, pro-conservative propaganda, essentially. Am I bastioning something? I feel like I'm bastioning something here, and we're going to be opening on attacks. I feel like I'm just going to pass for now. See what they do. If they want to pass the turn, I'm okay with that. The discard aggro deck is objectively good. Has a number of good results in the ladder. What if, instead, we didn't do that?
I feel better when you feel better.
So this is going to kill both of these.
Artillery barrage.
Well, we got 2 protection spells here.
We're all family here.
Alright, kill you.
Be a fine story.
I just want you to know that whenever you say you're a super centrist and both parties anything in the current political environment, what you are actually saying, here's a good comparison. Murder and petty theft are both crimes, and we need to treat both of them with the same veracity. Both of them are awful and illegal, and we should treat people that commit both of them the same. Don't spend time minimizing and normalizing the atrocities that have been committed by the Trump administration and supported by the GOP in the last 4 years. There wasn't a big movement against him. That's how politics works, Sharja. People support. It's not a conspiracy when people who also vote don't want your candidate and they vote against him. Like, that's not a conspiracy. That's just how this works. I think I'm full mulliganing here, just looking for an aggressive start against Trundle Tryndamere.
Oh, you're all so cute.
Like, neoliberal corporate shills definitely aren't ideal, but to act like they're at all comparable to what's been going on in the GOP tent is just real bad. I just don't have time for it. What needs to happen is the GOP party needs to be gutted so the Democratic Party can safely splinter into 2 parties, because that's what needs to happen. When the fascist party, or the party flirting with fascism, whatever you want to call it, finally breaks down, the Democrats can split into a progressive branch and a centrist branch. But until then, it's fascism versus not, and that's what we've got. I think we just want to get Ember Maiden going here. She's going to start putting damage on our stuff, which will pump up Starship real quickly.
They all scream.
Man, she really bounces that, bounces the screen around when she does her thing.
Take up. Eagle face.
I completely agree, MKS. Could not have said it better myself. I'm gonna deal 1 here. That's unfortunate.
We're all family here.
Losing our enabler there hurts.
I feel the good luck. Have fun.
Guess we do this and get our Poro. Think I'm deploying Broadback Protector. That's a big hit.
Deadly paths. Just another day in Targa.
We look after our own.
I'll protect you. Brave or stupid.
I think we're throwing this Poro under an unfortunately troll-shaped bus here, huh? Then we're taking 7 down to 10. You leveled yet? Almost. I kind of want to avalanche because it just marks damage on my dorks. Let's start with this and see what they do. How do I feel about avalanche here? It kills this, but it pumps up this and this a good amount, and it gets Soraka ready to level. Could also just pass. I think I want to avalanche here.
Just another winter.
I feel better when you feel better.
Stand back.
Someone else had mentioned earlier playing Zenith Blade or something to give trample, and that definitely looks like a reasonable idea on our board with our 14/2 1-drop.
I weave my own. I must inspire where once I shepherded. Right, that's my job. Shepherding, I mean.
I think I'm just passing here, right? This will draw us an extra card at end of turn, and we'll bank 2 spell mana. Yeah, the 4/4 that gives Overwhelm has been good for me in the Violent Gem stack.
We're all family here. Take heart.
This is still pretty far off of happening.
I've got this. Please don't hurt them.
I've bigger scars. You fool.
You are better than this.
So this is a technically not dead yet block, but this is going back to their hand, which is pretty scary. Maybe we can stall until this happens. This is going to get to heal and draw us another card at end of turn.
Not all of us are immortal.
How I feel about the idea that social media as a whole is to blame for people being pushed to extremes. I think part of that has to do with confusing correlation and causation. I think people being pushed towards extremes like they are today is kind of the natural endgame occurrence of what the GOP has been sowing for the last 2 or 3 decades. Like, Trump's not some kind of aberration, right? Like, he's like the natural endgame of Reaganomics. Like, what was started, like social media just, like, takes what we've been experiencing for a long time and, like, airs it out in public for everybody to plainly see, I think. Hey, thanks for taking the time to vote, 7Andy. 7 days. Hopefully it didn't take you 7 days to stand in line. Nixon, sure.
Their way is unclear.
Yeah, I could see turning Takart into a You want to keep your money, Rainbow Wiz. All right, Rainbow Wiz, I will believe you that you make enough money to vote GOP if you donate $10,000 to the stream right now. Because if you don't have the liquid assets to donate $10,000 to my stream right now, you don't make enough money to be voting GOP. You're just stupid and brainwashed and are bad at mathematics. So unless you have millions of dollars squirreled away, voting red does not save you money. It saves people who have millions of dollars squirreled away money. I'm gonna try Crystal Ibex. That's worse than Zenith Blade here. The plus toughness from Zenith Blade is meaningful. You're not a capitalist, you're an exploited party with Stockholm Syndrome. That's good. That's good phrasing. That is a great way to phrase it. Yeah, there's some curve consideration. But yeah, the fact that we're like increasing toughness is valuable, and Zenith Blade giving a point of power to Braum is also super meaningful. Braum with the power is very strong. You're not wrong. No, I thought that was a good ban, Beansy. We ban fascists and people who support them here. Zero tolerance for bigots and their enablers. Because even if you're not a bigot, you supporting people who are bigots makes you one of those moderates that Dr. King wrote about. Who are, on average, more harmful than the actual active bigots. Hey, good morning, King Gecko. Welcome to a daytime stream. And their swords. We just play the 2-4 out here, huh? That was a good card to draw in curve.
Is on the job.
Can we rename banning canceling? Have you met my shield?
Blood.
1
How was Hollow Knight? We ended up stopping Hollow Knight after about an hour and a half. It's just really not the style of game for me. Wasn't a huge fan.
Brothers born from battle.
If you want fuller thoughts on Hollow Knight, check out the last little bit of the video from last night. Had a misfire there. Sorry, Sarja. I think we're opening on attacks with Braum here, huh? Do I want to attack with anything else as well? I don't think so.
Think hard. Think strong. My shield is my sword. Ha! This is fun, yes?
Storko levels up when he survives 3 more damage now.
Get bloody. Get
And then I think I want to deploy Broadback Protector here. Although I guess this is going to be a 4-2. Oh, this will be a 6-3, right? Because this will heal 1 and then it'll heal again, I think is how that works. Let's find out.
Snip out any star, anywhere.
It's a little bit more resource efficient, so maybe that's better.
I feel better when you feel better.
Yeah, I went to a 6. Okay, sweet.
Harry, riposte. You are toast. Hardly fair. Fall to our standard.
Don't stand in my way.
Well, opponent didn't really add more to the board here, so that's great. Hey, hope it's negative for you, King Gecko. Stay safe out there.
You are safe with Braum.
Don't judgment me. That's pretty good.
This will be a fight. Our mountain groves are full of dangers, but I know them all.
We Demacians are no easy prey. Let the flames take you. Not another step, Raider.
So this'll heal, this'll damage.
Prepare for combat.
This is round start, friendo.
Stand back.
You'll pay.
It's a pretty good draw, huh? So we'll open attacks with this.
Of you.
Ooh, got some fight in ya.
It's Guiding Touch to start.
This will be a fight.
Yeah, the screen shake on the Ember Maiden is quite violent.
Fortune favors the bold.
I kind of want to Guiding Touch here to try and hit something else useful to put into play. Friendo. Friendo. Alright, so we're dead? I think we're dead. I understand now.
Just like honey thresher geese.
Stop this foolery.
Love ya.
Ah, just another winter.
What? You point, I shoot.
Really?
Like a challenge.
Well, I guess this means this trade, but that's fine with me, right? They're out of cards in hand. Yeah, this seems great for me. Attacking with Misfortune seems loose here.
This will be a fine story.
By the power of the stars.
That is a very good one.
I'll leave that first part to you, Soraka.
The heavens rejoice.
It seems super cohesive. It's got a lot of. We've got a game plan, and we're able to execute it at the very least. Which is nice. We got our Piltover card back, chat. I've been playing long enough that we almost have all of these now. Does Target have a card back? It does. Let's work on that one. Yeah, this list has been slick so far. Swain, Twisted Fate. Right, so we're gonna mulligan these two. I guess sometimes this deck's aggressive. I think I'm mulliganing like they're not, though.
I'll earn my scars. It's a big responsibility to shepherd stars.
These are my O3s, chat. There are many like them, but these ones are mine.
I've whipped out something special.
Pledge to Sejuani service.
Yeah, the Ash Kench deck has been fantastic in my experience so far.
Take heart.
Figure. I ended up putting Ash Kench up on my website as a 6th deck up there. If the Always Sunny in the Freljord deck is a good set after this today, I'm probably gonna put that one up there as well.
Moonfang smell club. We should be friends.
How have landmarks been so far? I think the landmark cards are great. They really hammer home how important it is to manage your bench space in this game in a really pleasant way. I like the idea of this deck. Like, both having 2 1-drops that scale up really large feels good.
It is easy, see?
Yeah, I played some with it off stream, Caracol, and it's been good for me. It's been good for me off stream. Avalanche here, because then this can trade with Swain if they attack.
My first scar.
Do I open attacks here or do I play Soraka? So the upside to opening attacks is that I have 2 protection spells. Soraka getting a heal in though feels important.
Destiny.
Could go either way on that though. I mean, opponent's got 7 cards in their hand and 6 mana. You can have a bunch of pieces of removal here.
Take heart.
We'll make quick work of it. Show me your best.
Any suggestions / tips? One of the most important things about managing bench space is that it matters during deck building a lot. If you want a good video set where we kind of iterate through a deck and make it manage the bench space in it while doing so, I'd recommend checking out the which deck was it? The Darius Wraith deck was a good deck where we went through iterations on managing bench space. Twitch's AOC is just AOC. Unless you're asking about Ilhan, and then I'm not sure offhand. I'd imagine it's on her Twitter, though.
My boat, my rules.
They're both good examples, D-Rock. Do I want to wish?
Patient.
I kind of want to wish here, I think. And then I can play Ember Maiden. It's gonna level Soraka too. They could have a Raven's Flock here, Ravenous Flock, whatever it's called. If they're debating on playing.
Live with by the power of the stars.
They're playing actual factual Blades Edge in their deck is impressive.
Fire above all.
For life. Live with purpose.
You wanted wrath.
The Star Maidens will know my name.
Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
discipline.
Don't play a boat. Hey, it's not a boat.
Packed 'em good.
Fighting's a bloody business.
Destruction feeds my fire. Live with purpose.
Another day. Ha ha! Time to celebrate.
Alright.
Victory is friends we made along the way.
Friends we made along the way. It's been doing its thing pretty consistently here. I feel like we've like executed our game plan in more games than not. Alright, so they're a control deck. I think I'm mulliganing all of these, looking for aggressive units to pair with Ember Maiden. That is incredibly unfortunate. This card is basically a blank in this matchup.
Destruction feeds my fire. Snow swallows their tears. Burn.
Never forget, chat, the shuffler's as rigged as the earth is flat. It's coming for you. Just gonna go ahead and concede. It's really, really unfortunate. Back it up, back it in, let me begin. Never tell me the odds, chat. Never tell me the odds. Trundle Oriental, eh? Likely another ramp matchup, but at least they don't have a bunch of avalanches to start. It's a good pickup to pair with Ember Maiden here.
I'll learn my scars.
One more semester of undergrad. Congrats, Kyle.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Discipline and conviction.
That's interesting.
Breathe it in.
Hey, that's a great draw. I think this means we just play this out, right?
King of Trolls coming through.
No, our curve's not going up that high, Factor Fiction. Our curve stops at 4.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Braum is on the job.
I've got these. Breathe in. I prove myself to the War Mother.
First we fight. Have you met my shield? They look angry.
I'm supposed to put that here. Man, are we gonna get a second Ember Maiden lethal in a row? That would be so great.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
Rats. Never lucky, chat. Never lucky. I think I Guiding Touch here and then Avalanche to clean out Trundle.
Think hard. Think strong.
It could also be right to just play Soraka leveled, because if I play her leveled, she would, if I play her leveled, she would draw a card at end of turn. That play is bad against Star Shaping. I was gonna say it's bad against another Avalanche, but Star Shaping is also kind of brutal. Or Meteor Shower, whatever that is. Star Shaping's the other one, the heal 5. Meteor Shower? Yeah, the one we spoiled.
I weave my own. Let me guide you.
The trolls are going to war.
Fire knows its own.
So they could trade Trundle here if they want. Well, they can trade this here. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's vulnerable. Anything can hit it. The Ice Pillar next turn at least means I can attack with Soraka for free. Get that card drawing with her. This will heal and we'll draw a card here at end of turn, which is nice.
Live with purpose.
Is it the boosters? Who knows?
Who knows?
Bask in her radiant blessing. Stars fall.
Show me your best.
Actually, I should do this, right? Because then they're dead. That's better.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
Does Braum reset when he dies? He does. So the specific instance of Braum has to be the one that takes the damage. So I should Bastion here because it means that Ember Maiden kills them next turn, right? They could obviously have something here, but I think this is the play. Hey, thanks for the 7 months, Darkstone. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Their trolls are, in fact, going to war. So this went up to 8. So they have one thing in their hand that costs 8+, because they have 2 pillars in play. Something to note here.
We'll take what we need to survive.
Snack Size Biscuit, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Whale poop. We still have them dead to open attacks, right? Technically. Still dead to open attacks. That's scary. Well, we're a unit healing deck. They're a what's it called healing deck. They're a self-healing deck. Nexus healing deck, yeah, that's the word.
I'll learn my scars.
I think we're gonna die, huh? They get to, this is probably gonna behold for like 5+5 next turn with the hatched egg. I bet they drew 2 expensive things there. And then Maiden, do we have reach? No, not in these regions. Really close a couple of times there, but just not quite. Couldn't quite get it across the finish line. What's our best draw? Our best draw there would have been the give something +4 toughness, so we could maybe survive the Trundle hit here. I imagine this Trundle might only be going to 12.
They think themselves cultured.
They might just pass here. Oh, they are attacking. Okay. Yeah, so went up to 12 as expected. Well, the good news is... The good news is this isn't leveling this turn, at least. It's a damn shame this doesn't deal one more, huh? Yeah, in fact, my opponent's thing gained 4 attacks, so they have 2 8+ cost things in hand. Oh, you know what? I could do this. I could do this to draw a card right now, right? And then if I draw another avalanche, we could kill them on open attacks.
Stars, hear me. Take heart. Live with purpose.
Nah, I think I'm supposed to do that this way. The extra healing trigger on this doesn't really matter, because if I like drew another avalanche here, I'd be in an incredible spot. Yeah, I want to be able to play the card I draw if I draw something good, which I didn't obviously, but it is what it is.
I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you too.
This is potentially lethal though here on opens, right? Because this is gonna hurt itself, and then she'll heal it, which will let this get attack.
I do love an audience.
God bless America. 1 card short.
Be at peace. Take heart.
So I mean they have an entire handful of spells here, so like good chance we're still dead. Yeah. Really close game here. Are we dead? I guess maybe we're not dead with this avalanche, huh? We have 10 mana, we're probably dead. I feel bad about shenning and not conceding, but I guess this works, maybe. Let's see what they do. I agree. The ASL is probably still going to kill us.
Be a fine story. Proud warriors of the sun's true light.
Look after our own.
My, how they stare. Peace is a lie.
For life. Take heart. Live with purpose.
Unstoppable. Die, weakling. I've bigger scars.
Please have nothing in your 12 cards. Please have nothing in your 12 cards. Please have nothing in your 12 cards.
Be quiet.
I think Zenith Blade is better than Ibex. That's why we're playing Zenith Blade.
Mistarcha, I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you too, Vin.
Yeah, like we're still like in the solidly not dead yet camp, but like they have so many cards in their hand we probably can't win. We'll keep limping along though. I mean, like the odds of them having nothing there are incredibly low, chat. They're on 7 cards still, 6 cards. 5, 6, 7, yeah. Wait, are we gonna win off of Star Spring?
You leave me no choice. Take heart. Live with purpose.
The guilty will beg.
Stars.
Sunwet.
I feel really bad that we shened earlier. No! No! Why? Why? Man, this game has had more swings than the Giants' playground, chat. Just, oh, we almost this close. This close. It's tough. It's a tough one. That's a good game at least. We're very, very close to multiple points there. Missed it by this much. How's the new expansion so far? I really like it. I actually think I kind of like the second 40 card drop more than I liked the... This is probably aggressive with Darius. I'm going to keep all of these, I think. I actually like the second 40 card drop more than I liked the initial 80 card drop. Because I feel like a lot of the champions in the 80 card drop were kind of cookie cutter pre-con champions to start. And things like Tench and Shyvana and Soraka have a lot more different directions you can build than I feel.
I'll do better this time.
Yeah, we're gonna play the Leona Asol deck up next year on stream today.
I need just a moment.
Well, poop.
Okay, ready.
In the War Mother's name.
Yeah, the opponent's deck is probably not playable against Pirate aggro. Not only do their things not block, but they all die to make it rain. Sure.
My first scar.
Yeah, I agree with that, Quaddle. I think it's gonna be a really big miss on their part if we don't get more Shadow Isles Nightfall cards in the third card drop.
Coming in hot.
I think we really could use more Shadow Isle Nightfall cards.
You won't get past me.
That's a nice one.
These are troll lands. Is it the mustache?
Is it the mustache? I think I'm just passing here, huh?
Stand back.
To heal and protect.
I'll leave that first part to you, Soraka. Nothing but Noxian might!
Starlight.
Ha! This is fun, yes?
Oh, she only heals by 4. I think that's still fine.
Live
close, though.
Get ready, girl.
Try me.
Do I want to Guiding Touch this to keep it around next turn? I don't think so.
It is easy, see? Be brave.
See if they open attacks here or not. There's a good chance they do, I think. Morning, Jin. Alright, so I think with that in mind, we just go ahead and Avalanche here, right? Excuse me? Man, that's really good against us. Huh.
Explosives prime.
The Star Child. I'll clear a path for you.
Good to see you too, Vin.
The anti-make it rain tech, kinda. Like 4 mana versus 2 is still pretty awkward. So this does strongest fights the weakest. So this is gonna let him kill Braum. Will he still heal first to level up Soraka? I don't actually know. Find out, I guess.
Fight another day. I'll protect you.
It's unfortunate. No, regeneration says heal at the end of each round. I'm pretty sure it says end. I just moused over it. Doesn't it say end? No, it says end.
Brothers born from battle.
The Twitch extension says start. I think the Twitch extension is wrong. Oh yeah, Trundle has regeneration. Yeah, end of each round. The Twitch extension must be bugged. Must be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that we can win this. The arena here is just gonna put us on the ground, huh? Does this game have a board wipe in the traditional sense? Yeah, Ruination reads destroy all units. Costs 9 mana. If they play out Ice Pillar to level Trundle...
Go no further.
Don't touch my flock.
Damn it. Destruction feeds my fire.
So, this is currently fighting this. I think I'm okay with that, right? We just say, okay, end. And then these'll trade, this'll kill this, and then they have just Trundle to start next turn.
You leave me no choice. Live with purpose. Take heart.
Nothing's tougher than a troll.
I know that that was greedy to try and make that work, but that was our out.
King of trolls coming.
8 mana Pale Cascade, yep. Yeah, we did not have a lot of options, you are correct.
You're in your boots. You're in my kingdom now. It's always cold in the Freljord. Where's my axe?
Sharpen the blades, cure the kill. Their way is unclear.
Would Trundle have not died to the fight? The arena card always fights their strongest against our weakest, so no, it would not have died in the fight. Oh! Oh, you're saying if I don't pump it, fight Soraka? Huh. Yeah, that's better, right? That's a good catch. Yeah, I mean, Trundle with the arena is very good. The landmarks have been consistently great. Lot of different directions to build with them in. Kench Lux, eh? Well, mulligan these two, keep Star Shepherd with Spring. Yeah, Bloodsworn, I mean, like, the Bloodsworn Pledge didn't win them that game because of the arena. The Bloodsworn Pledge won them that game because it blew out our Avalanche.
Oh, you're all so cute.
Like, stopping our Avalanche was way more relevant than their other things that were going on. Haley's doing really well, Besphinx. Yeah, this was a great pickup here. Plays really well with these two. This is one of our most aggressive 1, 2, 3 curves for sure. Well then. I mean, I think there's plenty to build around this card, Ghosted. There's at least this deck and one other.
Brothers born from battle.
In case you're unaware how deck building works in this game, Brain, it sounds like you're newer. Ruination's a Shadow Isles card. So that can't be played in the deck that we're currently playing.
I feel better when you feel better. Breathe it in.
I also don't think my incredibly unit-heavy deck wants to be playing a sweeper. I think that's not true.
Osu can sniff out any star anywhere.
You fool!
It's important that I trade here. I don't think I can take a hit for 10 this turn. Kind of expecting them to hook Ember Maiden. She's going to make my board huge otherwise. And then I'm going to go ahead and
Look after our own.
protect this here like this, which makes these bigger. Both of these are going to get huge at end of turn. This also gets bigger.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Let's go, Osu.
Yeah, it's not like Magic where you can just splash a card in from any region. I mean, even if they have a detain, they're taking a pretty big hit, right? It's good. This could just be a lethal attack. Again, like I said, having two 1-drops that grow up to be real big is pretty good. They could block here and then play the 5-mana capture card, but that feels like a good one to end on. This build ended up being, like, pretty impressive overall. I think I'm pretty happy with where we ended up at. What are our non-3-ubs here? We have 2 Divergent Paths and 2 Zenith Blade. That split seems fine. Maybe you only need 1 path. I don't know. Finding Star Spring consistently is pretty important and having a touch of interaction. Like, if we would have had one of these to deal with the arena 2 games ago, we would have been better off. Yeah, I kind of like what's going on here. Avalanche is sweet in this deck because it is a card that's both a pseudo sweeper against pirates while simultaneously being a card that synergizes with our 1-drops. Guiding Touch remains impressive. Braum and Soraka synergize well with everything else that we have doing. Bastion is excellent. How much of Zenith Blade's value lies in its ability to draw 1 more? Not a lot of it, Primi. So, for the most part, we're playing Zenith Blade in this deck because 2 reasons. 1, giving a point of power to Braum is very good. And giving either of our 1-drops Overwhelm is stellar. Like, both of these cards regularly get into the double-digit power total. So, like, being able to give them Overwhelm is huge. Alright, we are going to go ahead and shift gears to a second deck for the rest of the stream. While I get set up and flipped over to that, I would just like to say good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for dropping in here today. If you're a new viewer,